Julius Malema entered the chat, and we need to talk about what he said about the Miss South Africa candidate who's been trending for the past couple of days all over social media. But specifically, we're going to talk about Twitter, because Twitter is the most toxic place ever. But anyway, Dumela Kazi, welcome back to the cafe. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning Sabi, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. And please guys, before you watch this video, if you are gelling with me, if you know that we are gelling together, like this video and make sure that you comment down below with your own views at the end of this video. And then we're gonna be buddies. But I'm talking about Julius Malema, who is the leader of the EFF. Obviously, as you all know, that I don't know. If you don't know who Julius Malema is, I have no clue. Don't be alarmed. I'm wearing my red stuff over here. It's not because I am following EFF and his Julius Malema, but at this point of time, we're talking about Julius Malema, who actually decided to talk about Chadima, who is the Miss South Africa candidate that is getting a lot of backlash on social media, a lot of backlash. And I'm still standing by my word by saying that she should be allowed to compete as Miss South Africa, because I feel like on my side, she did not do anything wrong. She followed the Miss South Africa criteria, and Miss South Africa said, well, we're taking her. So other than that, Miss South Africa should change their criteria in order for people to be taken according to the cultural norms of South Africa. But for now, let's talk about Julius Malema. Let's get into this video quickly. So Julius Malema had an interview, obviously, as you will see on this video that I'm gonna play for you over here. And Julius Malema was talking about how Chadima is a South African, and when you are born in South Africa, no matter where you come from or whatever, no matter where your parents came from and whatever, you just automatically get a citizenship. And also, he decided to make an example with the US citizenship criteria on how to get a citizenship, or a child, how do the newborns get a citizenship of the US, which is he was not wrong there. He explained the same way that I know with a citizenship in the US. But when it comes to South Africa, we need to talk about that, because I feel like these politicians should just start closing their mouths. They should shut up, because obviously they don't do their researches before they speak. Because right now, I felt like, oh my gosh, this person has been in politics for the longest than I am, obviously. Longest than, like, I don't know anything about politics that much. But this person is a public servant, I would say, even if he doesn't hold any high positions in the government, as a government job. He is still a leader of an ex-third biggest party, the fourth biggest party. Let's say the fourth biggest party, just for argument's sake. He knows what he's talking about, apparently. But when it comes to the citizenship in South Africa, we need to discuss that one, because I don't feel like these leaders should talk anymore if they are going to be talking nonsense to people, and especially that a lot of people in South Africa, they don't know a lot of things that are in our Bill of Rights or in our laws as a country. So let's check this video out.
Your citizenship is determined by where you were born.
Mm-hmm.
So if she was born here, she's South African.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter who they are. She's not her parents. She's herself. So why do you want to say she's from Nigeria or she's from Mozambique? She was born here.
Mm-hmm.
In America, actually, I don't know how many months. If I'm not wrong, if you are 6 months pregnant or so,
mm-hmm.
they don't allow you to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know that once you visit and you stay there and you give birth there, that child is American.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know that as long you don't have to be American.
Yeah.
It's born in a hospital there. must be certified immediately that this is the child who was born in America, this is an American citizen. So we can't do that. We cannot punish people on the basis of where their parents come from. So I've not followed the debate. I don't know if she's South African or not. But I would guess the Miss South Africa company would have done the necessary due diligence and come to a conclusion that she's a suitable candidate to contest. So those are the things that are actually engineered by those who are spreading hatred amongst African people. Such people should not be supported.
So Mr. Malema is saying that Chidima automatically got her citizenship in South Africa because she was born in South Africa. Let's visit the department, or rather the laws of South Africa. Firstly, let's start there. You can acquire South African citizenship in 3 ways: by birth, by descent, and naturalization. By birth. Did you hear that? By birth. So he was not lying that you can get it by birth. But let's go in again. The South African the South African Citizenship Act 1995, Act 88 of 1995 was amended by South African Citizenship Amendment Act 2010, Act number 17 of 2010, which came into operation on 1 January 2013. Okay, it brought in updated requirements for applications around citizenship. Okay, so by birth, let's go to by birth. Chidima is 21 years old, so obviously she was born way back. So at that time, I think she was born during the time that when your parents are, during the time that when you are born in South Africa, then one of your parents must be blah 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 and whatever. Let me not be too forward with that. Let me just quickly go in. Citizenship by birth. It says here, citizenship by birth if you were born in South Africa before October 6, 1995, or were born in South Africa after October 6, 1995. One of your parents was a South African citizen or held a South African permanent residence permit at the time of your birth. Okay? You were adopted by a South African citizen or by someone who holds a South African permanent resident permit, and your birth was registered within 30 days. Automatically, you qualify for South African citizenship, right? In this case, let's say Chidima or Chadima. Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting her name? But anyway, Miss South Africa Top 13 that we're talking about. Obviously, I did a video before, so you would know who I'm talking about because I just forgot her name. Vanessa or Chichi. Let's call her Chichi. So let's say Chichi's parents. Obviously, Chichi's parents. One of the parents is a Mozambican, which is the mom, and the dad is a Nigerian. So obviously they are foreign in South Africa. So in order for them to have children that would have a South African citizenship, they have to have their own citizenship in South Africa, right? They have to hold a citizenship, and automatically that child will be a South African. Let's go to another one that is important in this case: citizenship by neutralization. Oh my gosh, why am I struggling with this one? I actually was able to pronounce this word. Now I forgot. Neutralization. Yes, there we go. Neutralization. By neutralization. Let's go to that one because this one is important as well. In this case, it says here you can apply for South African citizenship neutralization, though neutralization if you have held permanent resident permit for at least 5 years if you have married a South African, or you are a minor under 21 years with a permanent residence in South Africa. So if, for example, the parents are still not permanent residents in South Africa, that means she was going to be able to go and apply before she turns 21 years old, and then that means she would get her citizenship. So it could be both ways. It could be because the parents held the permanent residency in South Africa, or she did go and apply by herself. We are not disputing that. But the only thing that I'm disputing here is Julius Malema lying to us and comparing the actual citizenship criteria in South Africa with the US one, which is totally different. The US one says that you can get a citizenship even if your parents, the background of your parents has nothing to do with your citizenship. Even if they are South African, if you were born in the US, then you automatically get the citizenship in the US. It has nothing to do with the South African citizenship. One of your parents must be a South African in order for you to be able to obtain that citizenship, or you have to have a parent that has a permanent residency in South Africa in order for the child to get the citizenship, or naturalization. You have to apply for it, and you can also get it, or you get married to someone and then you can get it. That's the case here, and I don't know why these politicians have to talk nonsense in order for them to drive their own narrative, in order for them to have their followers kicking behind them and all of those things. Another thing that I want you to watch here, because this guy is a hypocrite of note. He is the biggest hypocrite you can ever come across. Look at this video.
But that boy fella is not a South African proper.
What do you
Duduzane, his mother is Kate, and Kate was Zuma's wife who committed suicide. They are born Mozambican, Duduzane and Dudu Zile. They can't speak Zulu, those two kids. They can't speak any South African vernacular. So they are from Mozambique. They stayed in Swaziland, they stayed in Zimbabwe, then they came to reside here with their father in South Africa. So for Duduzane to leave a country is very easy, because they don't have a history of settling in one place. That's why procurement of an apartment in Dubai, an application of citizenship to them was easy like that, because their loyalty and patriotism is not with South Africa. That's why that boy could do as he wish, because it's not his country of birth. They were not born here.
In this video, he is talking about Duduzile and Duduzane Zuma. Those are two Jacob Zuma's children. As you all know that he was married with another lady before, and the lady passed on and all of those things and whatever. Apparently committed suicide. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so she was a Mozambican, and she gave birth to these twins in Mozambique, and they moved a bit before they settled in South Africa. And I can tell you right now, this is stupidity that he would even utter anything that has to do with citizenship if he made a video like this one, saying that Duduzile and Duduzane are not really proper South African because they were born in Mozambique, but their father is a South African. So by law, by this law, even if you are in the US, if you want your child to have a citizenship in South Africa, you can have that because you are a South African, and automatically your child can be a South African. That is what is on the law. It's what is over here. I don't have to even go anywhere. You can go anywhere. You can go there and check these things. You just type in South African immigration laws, and then you can get the department, the government pages to give you all that information. Even the Western Cape Department is giving you that information. There is that information. The information is like right here. You cannot talk nonsense online or on these interviews and then after that you think that people are not going to talk about it. This guy must just shut up at some point. He must just shut up. He must just focus on his party. Actually, why are EFF people don't change Julius Malema as the leader? Because so far it's not going anywhere, guys. It's not. From 11%, it's 9%. From 9%, it's gonna go back. It's gonna go to 5%. Get someone else. You know what? My advice is Dr. Ndlozi. Even though Dr. Ndlozi is a bit shady, but Dr. Ndlozi would make a perfect leader of that EFF. Would make a perfect leader. But anyway, tell me what you think about this one. And also, please let me know what you think. What am I saying? Tell me what you think about this video. I'll see you on my next upload. Please do make sure to like and subscribe if you are not subscribed. And yeah, see you later. Peace out.